In the modern labor market, the traditional promise that a university degree serves as an automatic golden ticket to employment has largely dissolved. While higher education provides a foundational knowledge base, the reality of today is that a credential is merely a prerequisite for entry, not a guarantee of a paycheck. This disconnect is exacerbated by a hiring culture that often prioritizes social capital over objective competence, a trend that undermines meritocracy and weakens corporate infrastructure. The prevailing philosophy of "it's not what you know, but who you know" presents a significant systemic barrier to qualified talent. When networking becomes the primary filter for recruitment, the hiring process ceases to be about finding the best person for the job and instead becomes about proximity to power. This creates a closed-loop ecosystem where talented, highly educated applicants are overlooked simply because they lack the social pedigree or personal connections to bypass automated tracking systems. This isn't just unfair to the individual, it is a strategic failure for the organization. When companies hire based on personal referrals rather than rigorous skill assessment, they risk inviting incompetence into their ranks. A friend of a friend may fit the office culture, but they may lack the technical proficiency required to drive results. The consequences of such nepotism are often devastating. Projects stall, morale among hard-working staff plummets, and the company's competitive edge erodes. True organizational growth requires diversity of thought and high-level skill sets, both of which are stifled when the hiring pool is limited to a narrow social circle. Furthermore, the standard method of evaluating candidates, the resume, is increasingly becoming an unreliable metric for actual ability. Resumes are frequently doctored through professional editing services or inflated by the very "who you know" culture mentioned above, where titles are granted based on connections rather than contributions. These documents are static highlights reels that focus on the best moments while concealing the most important trait for any employee, the capacity for growth. A resume cannot demonstrate how a person handles failure, how they learn from mistakes, or how they adapt to shifting industry demands. In conclusion, the reliance on degrees as a singular marker of success, combined with a who-you-know hiring bias and the superficiality of resumes, has created a flawed employment landscape. To remain viable in a global economy, companies must move toward performance-based hiring and objective skill assessments. Only by prioritizing proven competence over social connections can we ensure that the most capable individuals, rather than just the most connected ones, are the ones leading our industries forward.